Why are we doing this still? Why?
Because we're here all week.
Oh, that's right. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us again for another show in which I am woefully underprepared. My name is Kelly Wright.
And I'm James Ernest, and we're here all week, the only hilarious podcast made with 40% post-consumer waste.
It's true. We are recyclable. We'll be trees when we die. James, I am way out of step. I am out of my rhythm, my tempo, my joie de vivre.
Yeah, because it's Thursday.
Well, it's that. We're recording on an off day, yes. But this was the first week. Oh, first of all, hello. How are you?
I'm good. I just took the train to Portland, Oregon, where as you can see, I am in my hotel room, combating with the slow internet. Let's see what happens.
Oh, let's see what happens. I'm so excited about it. Yes, this was the return to the office for 2 days this week. This was the first time since the pandemic started, when we all started working from home. Boy, let me tell you, my mind, my thought process, my driving skills, my how do I get to bad. It's all bad.
Wow.
It felt like I was just behind everything, just behind all the time. So running through molasses. There you go. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay.
No, actually, we haven't even started the show. Kelly, We're not done yet. And as a matter of fact, it's time for our opening segment, Conversation Starters, sponsored this week by Marco's House of Everything. Tonight's conversation starter comes from Pop Sugar in the UK for conversation starters specifically to start conversations in the UK. Kelly, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
That's a very good question.
Yes, they're clever over there in the UK.
They are clever.
I think they expect those conversations to be a cut above.
I believe they don't say clever, they say clever. This is clever. This is a clever question.
Let's not mince words literally.
Puerto Vallarta. I think I would love to live there. I love the vibe. I love the people. I love the weather. Yeah, that's where I would go.
That sounds good. Well, I'll have to go there someday. It sounds lovely.
It is lovely. How about you? Where would you go?
Well, Kelly, I'd want to live in Zimbabwe because it's fun to say.
It is. It's
the Republic of Zimbabwe is a landlocked country located between the Zambezi and Limpopo rivers, bordered by South Africa to the south, Botswana to the southwest, Zambia to the north, and Mozambique to the east. Actually, all that stuff is fun to say.
Well, it's a musical. It sounds like very musical. It's very
Limpopo, Zambezi, Botswana.
Exactly. It's those are fun words to say. They just roll out of your mouth. I love that.
Janice and the Dozens, please tell us about where you'd rather live. And while you're at it, please support us on Patreon, where you can join our Baker's Dozen and maybe even round it up to a real dozen someday. The link is in the thing.
James, why are you in Portland?
This weekend is Game Storm. It's a storm of games in Portland, Oregon, and I have come down here to play, demonstrate, learn, and perhaps even invent new board games all weekend long, after a quick trip to Taco Bell.
Oh, Taco Bell. This episode of Here All Week is
I'm
brought
right
to you
here
by
on
Taco
the river
Bell.
in Portland. I'm in Jansen Beach, Oregon, and there's a whole string of basically airport hotels that are right on the river.
Yes.
The Columbia River, and it's kind of a food desert. I'm at ground zero, and then within the sort of initial death zone is Burger King and Taco Bell, where I'm sure I will be going many times this weekend. And then like on the other side of the highway is like a Target and like a Denny's or something, but that's like a long way off. So
yeah,
I mean, it's Taco Bell and Burger King all weekend down here.
Okay, well, let's the idea behind Jansen Beach's main, I believe, industry is hospitality, or at least hoteling, and the people that come and visit. Why would you visit Jansen Beach, you say? You ask? Because Oregon doesn't have sales tax. And so many folks from Washington will hop over that border. They'll make a weekend of it. Gets really busy just before Christmas time, because that's when everybody comes down to do their major shopping, because there's no sales tax.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go.
Yep, I remember. When I first moved to Seattle, I remember that great dichotomy of there's no sales tax in Oregon, and there's no income tax in Washington. I think that's different now. But the other thing about Oregon,
there's still no income tax.
Was that you couldn't pump your own gas.
You couldn't, and I think that's still going on. That basically it's to keep the jobs in the economy. So no, you are not allowed as the car owner to pump your
I
own
think every
gas.
time they put it up to a vote, the locals are all like, I don't want to pump my own gas. It should
Yeah,
still be illegal.
yeah. So there's that. Yes. No, Washington State does not have an income tax, and Oregon State does, but they don't have a sales tax, so it just balances out. I know that Washington State people keep putting up bills saying, "Should we start an income tax?" And Washington State is one of the most regressive taxing states in the country. And oh my God, please, no, not another tax, please. We've got bridge tolls, we got car taxes, we got
Well, but
sales tax. We got
income tax is at least not as regressive as sales tax.
It's not as regressive. However, please don't put another tax on us. Oh my God.
Well, the
Oh,
implication is that if
no.
we initiate one kind of tax, we can remove the other. I think the practical problem is no one believes that'll happen.
No.
That they'll just have to pay more and more taxes. And frankly, I don't complain about tax. I assume that some of it goes to actually maintaining the health of the society that I live in. But boy, don't people love to complain about paying tax.
Boy, they sure do. And I'm one of those folks. Thank you so much. If I've got nothing to complain about, at least I have taxes, James.
How
At
about
least I
that
have
weather?
taxes.
Oh, the weather's great because the local sports team is successful in their endeavors. But let me tell you what, I hate paying taxes.
Let
And
me
so
tell
on.
you what.
At Bobby, the man already gets $20 out of every 100 that I make. Why would I want to give him 25?
I tell you what,
I
Bobby.
tell you what, Bob.
Oh, James, I want to lead with a happy story here today. 13-year-old Matilda Walden of Bentham, United Kingdom, has broken the Guinness World Record for
World's largest potato?
assembling a Mr. Potato Head.
Oh, wow. I was
So
really close.
you were very close.
What is the
So,
world's... Okay, is it... Okay, I have to guess now what the world record potato head could possibly be. Is it
well,
speed or
it
number
is.
of parts?
It's speed. It's
Oh,
speed.
all right.
Walden put together the iconic toy in just 5.69 seconds. The previous record had been in place for 10 years. Her secret technique, when they asked her, she said, and I'm going to try
You
and
get
do
them
like
wet, you dunk the potato head in water, and then it's easier to swallow. Is that right?
No, no, that's not right at all. She basically said, I had to be joining the nose and mustache together as I picked them up in one hand.
Okay.
And there you go. Secrets to the universe from 13-year-old Matilda Walden.
Is this contest only available to teens and preteens? Like,
You know, I don't know. I don't know.
it
I
seems
just
like you
know
could
that
build a handy little rig that holds all the parts and then just slam the potato into it in one shot. I'll show you.
Well,
It takes me 15 minutes to put everything in the rig, but then I can put them on the head in like a second.
in
Bam.
a second, wham! Yeah, Matilda Walden was hoping to raise awareness of Skipton Extended Learning for All, an organization that offers services to children. And she said, I have disabilities and sometimes find that in other community events I was not welcome and people judge me. So she is thinking about going for the record for assembling a Mr. Potato Head while blindfolded. So good luck.
Ooh.
Good luck, Matilda Walden of Bentham, United Kingdom. And hello to our United Kingdom listeners. I know you listen. You're listening.
When
all
we
the
lead
time.
with the conversation starter that's erudite enough for their satisfactory brains, you know they will listen.
They will listen. Let's see. Gas prices are high. Have you heard the news, or at least it was on the table and then it was pulled off really quick, that they were discussing of giving every registered car owner a $100 a month gas card as long as the fuel prices stayed above $4 a gallon?
I fuel prices should be $10 a gallon, and I've been saying this for like 12 years. But no, I'm also not. I refuse to complain about high taxes or high gas prices.
Okay.
That's what gas costs, and it's like if you could do anything to support the war effort, if you could do anything to help the people in Ukraine, like buying gas for what it ought to cost should be the easiest possible thing.
You would think. You would think. You would think. But
Right, and but the counter argument is going to go, but the high price of gas also increases the price of freight and therefore the cost of everything. To which I would respond, giving individuals a $100 gas credit won't help that a lot at all.
at all.
You should
It
give me
won't
a
help it at all.
$1,000 like food credit or whatever. But it's just snake eating its tail at that point. Anyway,
Yeah, so
yeah, too bad gas is over $4 a gallon, like it was 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20 years ago.
Yeah, it did hit $4 a gallon at that point. Yes. So yeah, that idea was discussed and quickly pulled off the table. Because of kind of the logistics, but the idea as far as of fraud, people abusing the system, and the fact that it wasn't thought through that no matter the income level, everybody would be just given $100 a month in gas
Or how
cards.
much
So
gas they buy. What if they have electric cars? Are they still getting a gas credit?
registered vehicles, yes,
Yeah.
registered vehicle, yeah. So not a well thought out plan.
Well, it's
So
hard to make game rules even when you're a game designer. And when you're a legislator, it seems even harder.
yes, we are also sitting in the seat where we get to watch history happen. The confirmation hearings for Ketanji Brown Jackson to be the first black woman on the Supreme Court. And boy, oh boy, Mitch McConnell, you old turtle, I hope you choke on your soup. Gosh bless.
I think on the plus side, they're all just campaigning. Those old turds who are just asking her dumb questions about dumb things they know they're not going anywhere. They're just there to like make their campaign speeches for next year. So that's okay, I guess. I
Term
think she's
limits,
going to
folks.
sail through those hearings, which is good. Oh,
I
yeah,
hope she does.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
term limits.
How about letting everyone vote? That'd be a good step in the right
Oh
direction.
no,
Too.
that's a crazy idea because Texas wife texts show wife of text messages between Ginny Thomas and Mark Meadows that she was trying to overturn the vote. She had also attended the January 6th riot. Virginia Ginny Thomas, a conservative activist and wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. So voter fraud. There you go, right there. So she wanted. Oh God, this whole thing just
Overturn what vote? Do you mean the presidential election or the
to overturn
Supreme
the
Court
election
vote?
results.
Yeah,
Yes, to
yeah.
overturn the election results. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
there
wasn't,
seem to be
clear
a lot
enough
of
on
people
that.
who are unhappy with the election results, and unlike before times, they want to just throw it out when they don't like it. Like none of those people who won in their local districts, but where Trump lost, want to give away their post, even though they hold it based on the same election. But they do want to throw out the presidential election because that one line on the ballot that was a mistake.
Yes, that was a mistake. No, God, there's so much infuriating news. Then, of course, the saber rattling from Putin in regards to the Ukrainian issue. He's gotten hit hard. They're estimating, at least the Ukrainians are reporting, they're estimating about 20,000 Russian troops have lost their lives. But that, technically that's from Ukraine. So the numbers could be far higher, but we don't know that. So it's still going
Yeah,
on.
there's all kinds of numbers ranging from the ridiculously high to the impossibly low.
Yep. So right now they're kind of leaning towards that 20,000 mark. So Putin's troops are getting hit hard. And
You said Putin? I've heard that before. That's
Putin.
French fries with cottage cheese? Is that right?
That's poutine. That's
Oh,
poutine.
what am I thinking
That's
of?
poutine. A delicious French fry dish with cheese curds and gravy.
I am
That's what you're
thinking of a
thinking
7-minute walk to Taco Bell right out that door.
I have to disappoint you, James. They don't have poutine there. They don't.
I don't
You
care.
can-
Anything that fits in my face would be welcome at this point.
All
Even
right,
food
great.
or Taco Bell.
Or Taco Bell. Food like.
Just as in Demolition Man, the Taco Bell has won the Jansen Beach franchise wars. At least in this small location, all restaurants are Taco Bell.
Well, James, one more thing before we are able to take our break. The proverb you've heard: March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb, right?
I have heard that.
Well, according to weather reports, the last weekend of March has the lamb wearing a tank top and flip-flops out west. The Western United States will experience a highly unusual event, record-breaking and extremely early season heat throughout the weekend. So up and
Yeah,
down
I noticed
the
that it
coast.
was 90 in Las Vegas already, and I'm
already.
a little
Already.
terrified of what this summer is going to bring us.
Yep. So basically what they're saying is a strong high-pressure system is building across the western third of the country and will remain throughout the weekend. High pressure causes the air to sink. Here's a little science. As it sinks, the air compresses, and as air compresses, it heats up, which will lead to many states experiencing high temperatures, some 10 to 20 degrees above average. So, yeah, nearly 100 daily record high temperatures are forecast through Saturday across California, the Great Basin, and the Southwest. So,
And all this moisture coming in from the southwest is going to go past us and hit Altoona. Is that right?
something like that.
Something like
Altoona.
that. Speaking of high pressure building up. A high pressure system built up inside my friend Anthony this week. He was going to come over and play games with me on Tuesday. And then he said, I can't get out of bed. I'm calling an ambulance. And he's been in the hospital now for 3 days with what he says is a recurring back injury sustained during the military. He's like, I can't tell you how I got it, but it's knocked him out for 3 days now. It's a terrible shame. And so we're having a long conversation about how old we are.
Oh, poor guy. So
I know,
on
man.
some secret run, he hurt his
Yes,
back.
I'm sure he was saving our country from whatever
Poutine.
from poutine up in Canada. He was up in Toronto, like defending the world from French fries covered in cheese curds, and somehow
Hurt
gave
his back.
himself a spasmodic recurring back injury.
That's awful.
So hats off to Anthony. He's at my house now. He showed up just after I left to eat pizza and hang out with my wife.
Anthony, take care of yourself. Seriously. I don't know if it's heat or ice pack. What is it? Ice pack? Always.
I think it's both. You're supposed to alternate left to right,
Yeah,
right.
left to right,
one
left to
lung
right.
rests while the other breathes, that sort of
Right,
thing. I
right,
don't know
that kind of
medicine.
thing. I don't
Luckily,
know.
I don't have this problem. I gargle with Advil until all of my pains go away. That seems to work.
Excellent advice here. Armchair doctors here on the Here All Week show with Kelly and James. We will speculate injuries and figure out cures of such. But,
You sprained
don't-
your ankle, just turn it off and turn it back on. Wait 5 minutes and see if it boots.
Yep. Put it in rice, see if the moisture, if it dries it up, and to be able to work again. But yet, always check with your personal physician before taking any of our advice. Thank you so much.
God, check. Don't take any of our. No, just don't. There's no before. Never.
Never.
We're joking. We're joking even when we think we're serious. Even when we personally, if you asked us, no, that was honest and true. Don't even believe that. Don't trust
even
that.
believe it.
We get all of our news from the internet and all of our opinions from the dark place beneath us.
Yeah, don't even believe it. We're just a couple of chuckleheads with microphones in front of us. So, yeah, you don't want to take our advice. Let's take a break, James. This episode of Here All Week is brought to you by Marco's House of Everything, the gem of the Las Vegas Strip.
Yes. Hello, citizen. Do you have needs?
Of course, darling. Everyone has needs.
Yes. So please bring them to Marco's House of Everything.
We literally have everything, and it is all 75% off.
Marco's House is Nevada's only fully licensed house of everything.
Our staff are friendly and well-informed.
Do not believe the many lies in public complaints.
Do you need a chandelier in the shape of a charging bull? We have that.
Do you need a velvet painting of a German shepherd who is painting Elvis dressed as a clown? We have that.
Folks, if you are the recent winner of a large jackpot, or perhaps inheritance, then bring it to us here now. We have what you need to buy with it.
Large marble pillars with gold sailing ships on top.
And tiny, obscene Japanese carvings.
A glass-top circular table desk filled with spinning wooden gears.
A brass elephant with a tuba for a head in 3 sizes.
Ironically huge paintings of Charlie Brown and Snoopy Dog.
Uncomfortable, slippery couch. Coffee table made from jagged rocks.
Drapes that look like carpet and carpet that look like drapes.
Just today we received shipment of 10-foot stone lions with heads of men.
These fierce creatures will guard the entrance to your dreams.
We also have exquisite bottle stoppers made with rare crystal gems in many colors and 3 sizes.
And tiny lacquered Buddhas for your grandchildren.
Do you need a life-size brass pig who is drinking beer?
Or a flying shark made from old tools and metal scraps.
We also have rooms of magnificent photos and artwork.
Like a playing card drowning in martini or sculpture of a picture of a naked butt.
And rugs, piles and piles of rugs.
This antique roll-top desk has been covered in sapphires and dipped in blue epoxy. So unique.
And this vet bar in the shape of a giant maple leaf is obscenely fragile and impractical.
Your friends will swear you have best taste in neighborhood.
Choose from our many vintage slot machines, taxidermy pets, and playing cards in unshuffable shapes and 3 sizes.
Or buy a little tree made from copper wire and quartz. It comes in 3 sizes, too.
Perfect for decorating that room you never use.
So, the Las Vegas visitor, if you have sudden riches and great decorating sense, why not bring them today down to Marco's House of Everything?
On the strip, in the mall, behind the casino with the lights.
Open all day until 8 and also by special appointment only.
We have everything. Even steaks.
Ah, yes.
You know, when I read this, I immediately thought of that shop that when we did our out and about in Las Vegas that had the rhinestone rhinoceros. in it.
My computer is covered in spit.
I know that on certain parts of that audio, I buried the needle. I was going so forcefully.
I would say that 3/4 of that list is things I have seen in those shops. And unfortunately,
Oh, yeah.
they are a dying breed. Like the Tasteless Emporium, which would have been a better name for that ad, by the way. The Tasteless Emporium is kind of a thing of the past, but it used to be in every mall in Las Vegas. There would just be this glittery gold, looked like Donald Trump vomited in it store where
Oh, yeah.
if you had just won a jackpot, you could dump all that loot and more on the ugliest things in the world.
Well, it's kind of like the one store that advertises. I believe it's in the, oh God, is it the Venetian Forum shops, Caesar's Forum? I can't remember. It's one of the shopping forums. But Michael Jackson would buy all his crap from there. And they had pictures of him hanging up saying, Michael Jackson was our favorite customer. He would buy those horrendous statues, the big tigers, and you walk by, it's such awful tchotchke. And there are people in it who are having serious okay, all right. Everybody has their own taste. I have to be kind. I have to be kind. Be kind is the motto of the show. People have their own tastes, but it always amazes me that there are people in serious conversation as they're looking over at a rhinestone studded lion holding a sword thing. Like, you could serve food off of this at a party. And I'm like, wow.
No. What party do you think you're going to have?
Where would you put that? So
I have seen some good art in those shops. I have seen some great photos in those shops. They're not impossible to find, but mostly it's like the playing card melting in the martini.
yeah, it's some fascinating stuff that, wow, this is actually made and there is an audience for it.
Yeah,
So
somebody
yes.
made this. That's a
Somebody
good
made
name
this.
for that shop too. That's 2 better names
Somebody
for that
made
shop.
this. Tasteless Emporium next door to its sister store. Somebody made this.
We'll be seeing. I'll reach out to both of those the places for ads in the weeks to come.
Excellent. I am
Because
looking.
my list of stuff I would never put in my house has only begun.
Oh, excellent. I am looking forward to our sales and marketing team bringing those clients on board. James, I don't have any trivia for you today at all. I just wanted to talk with you and find out how long is this conference? You said it's the weekend. Is it like a Friday to Monday? What is it?
They were gaming as I walked in the door, and I almost sort of went right in there, and I was like, no luggage, Taco Bell podcast. So it's running Thursday night and all through late Sunday. I think I need to leave for the airport around 4, and it will still be going at that point.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, unfortunately, your diet will be suffering quite a bit, but I'm guessing that you are just planning on just playing a lot, talking with people, doing things like that.
Yeah, it's mostly open gaming. I'm on a few panels. I need to sit and talk about what I do, which reminds me that I need to answer an email about the next convention and what panels I'm doing there. But so that happens sometimes. We talk about how to make games to people who want to know, although it's always weird to do those seminars because I never went to those seminars. And so I don't identify with the people in the audience. I'm capable of answering their questions. But
Sure.
when I was that age or that in that position in my career, I just figured all that stuff out. So I kind of want to just sit up behind the table and say, if you cared enough, you'd already know this stuff. Flip the table and go home, right? But of course, we're professionals, and what that means is we get our badge for free if we'll sit behind that table and answer questions for 30
And answer
minutes.
questions.
So
Sure.
yay.
Yay, free badge and gaming all weekend long. So from there, you head to Vegas. correct?
Yes, I'm going down to Vegas to take care of my car and my condo like I do from time to time. And
From time to time.
from time to time, and I'll be there
Yeah.
for the next few episodes. Maybe I'll do some writing. I actually did write a story on the train. I thought I might, and I managed to actually rough out not just the beginning, but at all of a short story. So maybe that'll come into being this month.
Oh, excellent. And how was the train ride? How was it?
It's wonderful. It was busy. It's the busy time of day, I guess, to take that train. But man, it's faster than driving. We left at 2:12 and got into Vancouver at 5:20.
Wow.
Which is, just over 3 hours, and you can't drive it in that time. And,
No.
Made a few stops along the way, but it's just a nice smooth ride and a good view. And I made the mistake of sitting on the sunny side and got a little heat, but man, it's just nice. Their ticketing system is super easy. You just walk on board, and eventually, in the first 20 minutes, somebody walks down and scans your phone and slips a little ticket in the seat above your head, and they tell you what car to get on. I think so that when they stop the train, they can open up those particular doors and let people off. But yeah, it's super easy. And I think this fare was like $27.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
yeah.
Of course you would do the train. Why
Yeah.
drive? Why pay for gas? Why?
Well,
Why?
considering the wait time at the airport, it's faster to take the train from Seattle
Yes.
to Portland, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad that you had a good, smooth, no problem trip down there. I hope you have a grand weekend. Nothing super exciting coming up for me.
Oh, don't tell me that, Kelly. You're in the middle of buying a house.
Oh, it's already done. We're done. We own
You're
it. It's done.
Your studio isn't a new studio. I know you're not done moving into this house. So
Oh, heck no,
you got
we haven't even
plenty-
started. We
Plenty
haven't
in the
even
future. Plenty
started
ahead of you
moving.
on this.
No, we haven't even started moving yet, but I am going to be packing over the weekend, so I'm looking forward to that. Hooray!
Putting stuff in boxes is the third most fun thing you can do.
Yeah, okay, I will have to try and figure out. Could I go to a seminar to figure out what the first two are, or should I figure that out on my own?
It's quite simple, actually, Kelly, although I did figure it out myself when I was in your position. Putting stuff in boxes, taking stuff out of boxes, and everything else.
Ah, got it. Okay, thank you for that little tidbit. I will have to do some more research on that. Folks, as always, thank you so much for joining us today. Your time is precious, and we do appreciate you spending that time with us. If you have questions, comments, concerns, want to give us a topic, we had someone saying, where's the field to comment? Now, if you listen on your mobile device, there is always a little comment field underneath, and I'm going to do some digging into where possibly other comment fields are. But I do know on your mobile device you can write. I know that. So for those who do have questions and are finally like, how can I get in touch with them? That's one way of doing it. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the show as much as we do performing and being here for you, even though we show up just, maybe it'll be good. I don't know.
And if you enjoy our podcast on YouTube in video form, you can leave a YouTube flavored comment that I might even be notified of.
You can leave a YouTube flavored comment. And thank you again to our 3 patrons of the show. You can become a patron as well through Patreon. Pay a little, pay a lot. Either way, you get some great stuff on the backside. Be kind to yourself, be kind to your family, your friends, be kind to your neighbors, be kind to your community, because we're still going through it, folks. Thanks again for joining us today. My name is Kelly Wright.
And I'm James Ernest, and we're here all week.